Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I will be reviewing episode 3 of The Encore. BET Presents The Encore. What an amazing episode. Oh my gosh. Like, where do we begin? So guys, this episode is accurately titled Do the Record. Things are wild. I'm just laughing thinking about how the episode went. But yeah, so basically the episode starts off with the women, going over Aubrey's vision board, and then the ladies are coming up with ideas of what topics they can sing about. So some of the ladies like Shamari, Misha, Irish, and Nivea were all talking about having a song about commitment, about their husbands. So the ladies who are married, wanting to dedicate a song to their husbands and stuff like that. And of course, they have to have a faith song for Sister Pam. So that's how things went down. And it was really nice seeing them come together and discussing ideas of what type of songs they want to make. It makes me feel as though like things are finally picking up, because the last episode was more drama filled than them working. So it's really a good start, and that made me happy. Next to that, the episode kind of picks up where it left off in the second episode, where Felicia was talking to Killy. So basically, Felicia apologizes to Killy about the two-face bitch comment. I mean, like, So Felicia just basically wants a clean slate, and she just wants to start off fresh. And, she's trying her best along with Fallon to get shit done in the studio. So basically, the women are in the studio and everyone is there except Misha. Apparently, Misha is sleeping. Yo, I'm gonna say Lamisha from 702 is great television. I can't get over. I don't know if it's a Gemini thing or whatever, because the twins are Geminis. Misha is a Gemini. Irish is also a Gemini, but I feel as though Irish has a very cool and laid back, type of personality. But the Geminis, like too many Geminis in the house, and I think that's why the twins and Misha keep clashing. But yeah, so everyone is in the studio and they're just talking about stuff and what needs to be done, and everyone is like, turns to Irish, like, where's your sister? Misha is sleeping. Misha, the one who wants to sing and prove a point, is in her bed sleeping. Be mindful of that. So now everyone is like, okay, we'll get to the recording bit the next day. So the next day, the ladies are in the studio. Misha as well is in the studio. And, she's talking about wanting to prove a point, that she's excited, and talking about her skills, that how she would write. She's written for Nivea. She's written songs for 702.
The doors are open to me to write, and I'm feeling confident about that. I've written for Nivea, written songs on our third album.
And yes, Misha has written songs that are good songs. Granted, give it to her. Co-sign and Elijah arrive, and basically it's that day for another group to start working on their song. So it gives Misha the opportunity to show her writing skills. So Misha has a perfect opportunity to show her writing skills, and all of a sudden she's feeling sick. She's shaky. So she leaves the studio and she tells everyone, yeah, y'all go write that song, work on the song, work on the music.
I'm not feeling good.
How you feeling?
I'm just like feeling nauseous and
You look shaky.
yeah. Yeah, y'all go on in and write the song.
So she goes to her room, and Irish follows her, and because they're sisters and whatnot. And Irish said something that was very poignant to me. She said something that really stood out, where she basically said that family first, and she's gonna look after her sister because her sister comes first, which is a very honorable thing to do. But she also mentioned that sometimes with that mindset, she ends up missing opportunities. And it makes me think about the 702 Unsung, where she basically explained, she had the opportunity to go solo, but she chose not to due to loyalty. And I feel as though, like, even for me, like, I'm very loyal, and in the past I've been loyal to a fault. And it's something that's really important, that our loyalty towards someone should never cost us opportunities to grow and to become better. So it really hurt me to see that, because I feel like Irish must have missed a lot of opportunities because of Misha. And from the show, as we can see how Misha acts, like she takes a lot of things very personal. It makes for great television, but I can tell that it can be a lot, especially if that's your sister. So God bless Irish. God bless Mila, because Lamisha is a lot. Don't get me wrong, Lamisha makes valid points, but it's like, she makes good points, but at the same time, it's like she contradicts herself because she wants the opportunity to do something. Here's the opportunity to do it, and she flakes out. So it's it's just too much, but Misha makes for great TV, so I'll give her that. So the ladies end up working on a song called Talking. And, they're in the studio the next day, and all of them are working on this song called Talking. It sounds like a hit. Shout out to the twins. As difficult as the twins are, they are very talented, and I feel as though because they know how talented they are, they sometimes, like, that goes to their head to where instead of being, you know, confident about themselves, they're overconfident. And it kind of makes me think about a live that I saw that one of the twins did. I think it was Felicia. Felicia did a live, and she was talking about all the hardship that her and Fallon had to face in the industry due to them being of darker skin. So I'm starting to realize that maybe the harshness that we see is more based on the things that they've experienced in the industry, and it's made them made them very hardened, and you know it made them very like tough, have a tough exterior, and sometimes when they speak to people it comes off very, very wrong. Like, there's a way to tell someone something, in order to improve, but the twins are just like brutal with it. But anyways, so basically the ladies are working on a song called Talking, which Felicia and Fallon did, and the song sounds good. Everyone is on it. Shout out to Irish, because Irish was the most improved out of the ladies when it came to this studio session. She sounded great on her part. Everyone sounded good on their parts. Pam sounded great. However, when one of the twins was singing the chorus of the song, within the chorus of the song, the word ho is used. And Pam was like, she was rocking with the song, she was rocking with it until she heard the word ho.
But yeah, I ain't gonna call no female no hoe. It's just like, and even if in fact, like, for instance, if it don't get changed, that don't mean that I gotta sing on the record. You know what I mean?
It's just a word, Pam. You gotta figure it out.
You said, like, you don't want to say hoes.
So Pam let it be known, like, I'm making no song where we calling a female a hoe. And the twins are like, okay, like, we don't want to rewrite it because if we do, it kind of makes the song sound boring, which I agree with. But it's so interesting, the dynamic of the women inside of this house, which makes for great television. So I'm not complaining. Then the discussion comes about what other songs all of the women can do together. And Misha was like, oh, the Bird's Eye View song is something that we can do together. And the twins are like, no, they like the way how the vocals are. It isn't much vocals. Basically, Bird's Eye View is just Fallon and Felicia. And I definitely have to agree with Misha that, yeah, it's like, it's a group. So why do you want to do everything on that song? Why not distribute the parts to include other women, on the song? And it made me laugh. Like, you can tell that Misha is very insecure about her voice, simply because while she was discussing this with the other women in the kitchen about the twins not wanting to share Bird's Eye View, she was like, what does it mean? Like, if they don't want us on the record, does that mean that they think that Irish and I can't sing? It's so funny. It's like she keeps bringing Irish into the equation, but no one, Irish, to this day, I haven't heard Irish ever complain about, caring about what the twins think, what she can or cannot do. Like, Irish has just been there, chill. Like, if there's something for her to do, she'll do it, just being a team player. But Lamisha always wants to add Irish into the equation, and then while Misha is going off, Irish is just like chill. So I find that so funny. I don't know if it's editing, like if they purposely edit that way to make it look as if it's just Misha that, um, that is at odds with the twins when it comes to that topic. But yeah, Irish is like chill, like she don't give a damn what the twins be saying. As Lamisha is sharing her opinion with Shamari, Nivea, and the other women, Nivea just starts breaking out in a dance, just being super funny that it's like, we don't want you on the song, but we want you dancing, like doing the choreography. Her reaction just cracked me up about that. So yeah, the women basically agreed that, it's something that they should discuss with the twins. So later on, Lamisha takes that task of discussing it with the twins. And guys, like as the episode is like continuing, I'm just asking myself, why is Keely there? All Keely does in her confessional is talk a lot of talk and basically compare herself to Aubrey, saying like, once the ladies see that Aubrey is just for herself, they're gonna start coming to me. So like in Keely's head is like her whole point of being on this show is to outdo Aubrey. At least when Aubrey talks about Keely, Aubrey makes valid points. Keely basically does nothing, drink all day, or that's how they make it seem. So I'm curious to see what Keely will be doing as the episodes continue, because right about now she's doing nada, but just a lot of talking, a whole lot of talking. She's not even being in control of the vibe. So I really don't get what Keely purpose is on the show, but we'll figure it out, I guess. So yeah, then Sita pops up and lets the ladies know that it's time to vote for a queen. So it's either you keep the queen that you have or you vote for a new queen. And as the votes were being distributed, it turns out that Aubrey was voted in to be queen, because a lot of people, I guess, believed in Aubrey because she presented the vision board. She is adding structure to the whole experiment. And yeah, like even if I were on the show and I were there, I would vote for Aubrey just based off of her performance thus far. So Aubrey becomes queen. So now the big thing of this episode that I want to know, what happened to Lamisha and Irish's vocals? Because the vocals that they recorded for talking, all of a sudden it couldn't be found in the computer. So who deleted Irish and Misha's vocals? Was it the twins? Was it production? Or was it honestly just an accident? Me, I don't think it was an accident. I find it's too coincidental that the twins are working on this song and the two people that they don't respect or find talented enough to be in the house, vocals disappear. So Lamisha ain't having it. So basically Keely calls Irish and Misha down and basically tells them like, look, your vocals got lost, so we have to re-record it. The ladies re-record the vocals, but of course Lamisha, like all of us is like, this isn't a coincidence. So Lamisha is like, she don't trust these damn twins already, and the fact that her and Irish's vocals are missing, she's like, what's going on? I want to know what's going on too. I hope like we get some resolve as to where Irish and Misha's vocals went, because especially for Irish, like her take that she did, like the first recording that she did for talking, her vocals sounded really good, and the second one, her vocals sounded okay when she had to re-record it. It still sounded good, but the first one that she did was the best. And the shadiest thing about this situation is that they asked Irish to sing Lamisha's part. So, like, to re-record Lamisha's part. So everyone was a bit confused as to what the hell is going on. First, the original recordings for Irish and Lamisha goes missing. Then they have Irish singing the parts that Lamisha was singing first. Seems a bit messy to me. So the ladies are at the dinner table and Aubrey is just trying to talk to them. Then, Lamisha just gets to the point. She's like, yo, twins, I don't like the fact that you guys aren't sharing the songs that you have. Which is true, but then the twins also make a valid point. They're like, you keep talking about what you can do. You say you want to sing, you say you want to write. That was a perfect opportunity. Because at the end of the day, Misha can go to the studio, work with Elijah Cosine and any other ladies that she wants to work with and come up with a song, So whether the twins are helpful or not should not deter her progress. But I would say at the same time, Misha made a valid point. She was like, every time I come to the studio, you guys give these weird, there's this weird energy. You guys look at me as if you don't want me to be there. And I believe it 100% because the twins are very condescending, and they're very shady. So even though they're saying that they're being inclusive, the vibe and the energy that they give off may not always be welcoming. I feel as though like they're more welcoming towards Irish, but for some reason, I don't know if it's the twins and Misha are like have this Gemini thing where they, they just go at it. So yeah, I mean, the twins do make a point, and that's where the name of the episode comes from. Do the record. Felicia was like, well, Misha, if you're gonna be complaining all the time, just do the record. And I have to agree, like the twins, as much as they can be bitches, sometimes they're very talented. I'll never take that away from them. The opportunity is there for Misha and for anyone in that house to actually work on a song. Because at the end of the day, when Elijah and Cosine came to the house, Misha got anxiety and she chickened out. And that would have been a perfect opportunity for her to, create a track. So I feel as though I've noticed a trend where Misha, when she's feeling, insecure about her talents or putting them on display, she gets defensive and she starts going after the twins. So I really hope that Misha works on that throughout the episodes that are to come and we get to see her shining. Having said that, I'm super proud of Irish. Her voice sounds way better than in episode 1. So things are coming along. It makes me wonder if they have been going to vocal lessons throughout and maybe editing just excludes that portion, because I feel as though like Irish's vocals, from what I heard in this episode, improved so much. Made me proud to be a 702 fan because, all despite what Misha and Irish may sound like today or on this show, they did give us really great music with 702, and their vocals at that time were good and they were up to par, because any artist from the 90s and whatnot, you had A&Rs, you had to go through vocal training, you had to go through vigorous vocal training, you had to go through vigorous dance rehearsals and stuff like that. And for those of y'all who may not know, Lorianne Gibson used to choreograph for 702, and we all know that Boom Boom Cat does not play. So these women were well developed, well trained by also Michael Bivins. So the talent is there. It might be very rusty, but I really hope that this show brings out the best out of them, especially Misha, because I'm already done seeing how Irish is improving. But Misha definitely needs to step her game up. Like, her actions need to match her words. As the ladies are at the dinner table, Aubrey's trying to speak. No one is letting her speak. And the twin even self, one of the twins said to her, like, don't raise your voice at me or don't talk loud at me. And Aubrey, to me, I don't find Aubrey was raising her voice at all. If anything, the twins, when they speak or like they're, arguing with someone, they're very combative and they're very loud. So I thought it was very interesting that they would say that to Aubrey. But as that happened, in the confessional, Aubrey was very much over it. Like, Aubrey had enough of the twins, very much enough of them.
I am so sick of the twins. They are so emotional, offended, defensive, dramatic. They don't know how to communicate to a group.
She is tired of the bickering. She is tired of these women being so emotional. And it's very interesting because up until this point, they've been somewhat of allies. So I'm looking forward to see how that relationship develops, to see if they end up resolving whatever issues they might have, or if these issues between them just blows up. And it kind of makes me wonder, does Aubrey leave the show at some point? Because in the next preview, the episode is called Questionable Queen. And also on social media, I haven't seen Aubrey promote this show at all. So I'm trying to figure out what has happened. Like, did Aubrey leave the show at some point? Do the women turn on Aubrey, or does Aubrey make herself the villain? I don't know. While these women are arguing, Nivea just gets up and just starts dancing. Nivea's eating her food. Nivea be on her own planet when it comes to this whole housing situation. Like, she's like, y'all have y'all drama. I'ma enjoy my time here. And we love Nivea because she makes us smile and giggle and kiki. Another thing I will say, like, my favorite scene had to be Lamisha when she broke the fourth wall and she was talking to production and she was like, I'm not going to no confessional.
Here's my confessional. I don't need to go to another room. I'm telling you like it is. These bitches are full of shit. They don't want to work as a team. They didn't come in here to work as a team. They came to prove that they're magnificent. And God knows we can't do nothing but praise them enough.
Things are wild. I'm just laughing thinking about how the episode went. But yeah, thank you for watching. And once again, I go by the name of Nala Bricolage. And be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. See you next time.